Welcome back. My name is Heaven, and today I'm going to be sharing my review of the Good and the Beautiful Kindergarten Prep course book. So summer has officially begun, and we just closed out our homeschool semester or our homeschool year with the Kindergarten Prep course book. Prior to doing this 30 lesson curriculum, we did the full Good and the Beautiful preschool curriculum as well as the Horizons Preschool for Threes full curriculum. So I'm going to be going into this review just telling you guys what I liked, what I disliked, and then I may even compare it to some of what I have learned and what I know and have become comfortable and familiar with based on our prior curriculum choices. So again, this is just a 30 lesson curriculum. So for that reason, it's quite short, and it literally only took us a month to do, actually less. I didn't anticipate doing this and closing out the homeschool year with this curriculum because I thought that we would do the preschool curriculum and end our school year with that. But because we finished the Good and the Beautiful preschool curriculum about a month and a half earlier, I figured we had enough time to throw this curriculum in there and get through this as well before the summer began. So I think that this is just an introduction to what's to come in the kindergarten curriculum. So it's like taking some of what you learned in the preschool curriculum, reviewing it, and adding in some introductory lessons for what's to come. Because I did this right after the preschool curriculum, I believe it made me feel that it was too short because I wanted to do more of it and expand on it, but because there were only 30 lessons, I really couldn't. If I would have done this just prior to starting the kindergarten curriculum, which we aren't going to be starting until September when he, starts kindergarten, then I probably would have been like, okay, great, this is an opening course, an opening curriculum, and now we can, go further in depth into the curriculum. But I didn't do it that way. So my suggestion would be for you to do it that way. So instead of doing like preschool and then closing out the school year with kindergarten prep, close out the school year with preschool, and then start the new school year with the kindergarten prep and then begin kindergarten. You could also just do this over the summer if you, normally do some schoolwork throughout the summertime, but if you are looking for a curriculum that's not super intense, then I think that this would be a great curriculum choice just to work through over the summer so that it's not too long and you can kind of just space it out as much as you want to. What I did like is that it had some video courses that you were able to access in reference to some of the lessons, because letter blending and reading words wasn't completely brand new, but it was still fairly new for my 4-year-old. He just turned 4 a month ago. We did some sight word practice here and there, but I think it was more so memory for him. So us reading together and going over flashcards is what helped him to be able to recognize certain words, not so much as because he had mastered letter blending and sounding out words. So that's what this course is mostly about. More letter practice, counting from 1 through 15, mastering like recognition, lowercase and uppercase, the sound that an object starts with, like the first letter, and starting letter blending and sounding out like 2-letter words. It also had like a little bit of rhyming, but for the most part, it's just a language arts course. So it was very minimal, like math or anything like that. Me trying to introduce how to do the letter blending to him was fairly new to me as well, because I am a new homeschool mom. We've only been doing it for 2 years. And so having access to those videos were helpful, and it tells you like in the beginning of the book where you can access the videos. Like some of them are on YouTube, but some of them you can only access on the app. So that's one thing that I did wish was that you could access them on YouTube, because I like to cast my videos to our projector screen in our homeschool room, but with the app for some reason I could not figure out how to cast it like full screen. So I would have to like set my phone or tablet in front of him for him to be able to follow along the video. But the videos were very thorough, well thought out, and very helpful as well. I like that they actually did have an introductory course to kindergarten. So it's called Kindergarten Prep, and that's exactly what it is. It preps you for what's to come in the kindergarten course. And I think that is good. Because we close out a school year with this, I know what to practice over the summer before we begin kindergarten. So what I did was went to the library and I picked out like some sight work books, some Bob book kits, things that are going to help him do more blending, letter recognition, and reading and things like that. So we'll do like a nice reading curriculum over the summer. So that is what we're going to be planning to do. I'm going to do a separate video just giving you guys an idea of how we're going to do homeschool throughout the summer. It's not going to be an intensive curriculum or anything like that, but we are going to continue practicing what we've already learned and prep for what we're going to start doing in September. I wish that this curriculum had more name practice. There were only a few pages where he actually practiced writing his name, but by the end of this curriculum, it did expect you to know how to write your name. Luckily, when we did the Horizons Preschool for 3 curriculum when he was 2.5, he learned how to write his name. In the preschool curriculum, there was no name practice at all. And we did the preschool curriculum when he was 3 to 4. When we did Horizons Preschool for 3's curriculum when he was 2.5, that one had a ton of name practice. So he was actually writing his name by the age of 3. Even though once we started the Good and the Beautiful preschool curriculum, there was nowhere for him to actually write his name. We practiced that more on our own, but then the kindergarten prep wanted him to master writing his name, but it only gave a few pages, like maybe 3, if I'm not mistaken, pages of name practice, and then the rest you kind of just have to do on your own with like a whiteboard, a chalkboard, or just with like a blank sheet of paper. It did expect him to be able to recognize numbers 1 through 15, even if it's out of order, his name, and then a few words. Vowels is another thing that they taught very, very well and heavily in the kindergarten prep curriculum. I was worried that he wouldn't catch on so quickly, but he caught on to vowels by, I'm pretty sure, day 1 of this curriculum. He was able to recite and repeat the vowels, and he had fun with the song, like the video song that went along with it. He loved that song. He still sings it to this day, even now that we're done with the curriculum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, at, up, on, and if are the words that they expect the child to have mastered, as well as all the alphabet A through C, uppercase and lowercase. How to write their name, and then all the vowels, numbers 1 through 15. So that's what this course expects you to have mastered. The lessons were very simple. It had like some random, and I just say random because I don't quite know how the layout for like learning how to write letters goes, but it had like a few letters that you practice writing. It was a pretty good review of preschool curriculum and introductory course for kindergarten. It was literally just that, 30 lessons, very simple, very easy. My son caught on very well. He struggled a little bit with the letter blending in the beginning, and it was so frustrating. So I had to go on YouTube and find like letter blending videos, and I would just let him watch that throughout the day. We were not doing our curriculum. And after doing that, he caught on a lot better. He was more open to it because like the videos that he watched were fun, they were engaging, and he enjoyed interactive videos. And that made him more interested in something that was a little bit difficult for him to start. And once we did that and then got back into the curriculum, he caught on to the letter blending a lot easier. So I recommend that if your child is struggling in the beginning with like letter blending and putting 2 sounds together, just play some fun videos, some fun learning videos on YouTube. There are a couple of good channels. If I remember them, I'll link them below. And you can just do that, see if your child takes well to that way of learning. They also had some games in the back, like hands-on. It just had the letter flashcards for you. And the letter flashcards were also a letter match game where you would give your child like 6 cards, give yourself 6 cards. You lay them out in front of you, and you guys will take turns pulling from the deck, trying to find the uppercase letter to match the lowercase letter they have, or the lowercase to match the uppercase. So that's how the letter match game goes, and he really had fun with that game. Besides that, they had like this like vine game where basically you put the vowels through the little brick chimney. You just slide it up like that, And as they come out slowly, your little one tells you the vowel that they see on the vine. And they have the lowercase and the uppercase. So that was pretty much it. It's a very short course. The main theme of the kindergarten prep curriculum was like this castle. Horizons, their theme is normally like Christian principles and stories from the Bible. That's not how the Good and the Beautiful curriculums are. It'll show you like a beautiful picture and say like God created, you know, the world, and God created this beautiful scenery, things like that. But nothing, not too much. The reference was very, very minimal. So we did supplement with our own Christian curriculum. I expect that a 3-year-old or 4-year-old would be able to catch on to this very well. Do I recommend it? Yes, it was very inexpensive. It helps get your child ready for what's to come for kindergarten, so I do recommend it. But that's pretty much it. Short curriculum. We enjoyed it, and so I don't have anything bad to say about it. But if you two are following along the Good and the Beautiful curriculum, if you have done their preschool, kindergarten prep, or kindergarten curriculum, comment below. Let me know some of your likes and dislikes of it. I would love to hear your own experience with it, especially for the kindergarten curriculum that we have not started yet. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you found this video to be helpful, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. Thank you so much for being here, and that would be all until next time.